over what is needed to create one simple virtual machine. Here's the scenario. I want to create on our project, in region BHS5, a virtual machine of flavor B27 using the image Ubuntu 20.04, and it needs to have a public interface, and I want to connect to it with a given SSH key. In this scenario, Nova will handle the flavor, the type of the VM, the SSH key management, and the actual virtual machine creation. Glance, the imaging service, will provide us with the image, Ubuntu 20.04. Neutron will provide us with the public network interface. And let's not forget Keystone, that will generate a token for us to authenticate during these operations. In this simple case, we are using public images and a public network, so we already know what those resources are named. We can directly pass those arguments to Nova. No need to talk to Neutron or Glance. Nova will handle this behind the scene for us. The SSH key, however, will need to be created. Here are the arguments we have so far. We know the project, we know the region, we know the flavor, we also have the image name and the network name. But we're still missing the key, so let's jump to the terminal to see how this goes. First, we need to make sure we load the proper cloud and region with our allies, demo VHS5. Next, we need to create our SSH key pair. Unless you already have an SSH key pair, you want to use Array. The command for this is SSH keygen. In this case, we'll use a 4096 byte key. We'll use the type RSA for our key, and we'll give it a file path of demo key in this case. This will create a key pair. You can enter a password if you wish, or skip this if you don't. You can confirm that the key has been created, ls demo key star. You can see that we have a private and public key here. Now we need to upload the public key to Nova so it can be deployed on our VM on creation. The command for this is openstack key pair create. We need to give it a public key argument and give it the path to the key. In this case, locally, our demo key public key. And we need to give it a friendly name. In this case, I'll call it demo key. We can confirm that Nova has properly created the key with openstack key pair list. As we can see, our public key is now there. Next, just for sake of sanity, let's confirm that our flavor, image, and network do actually exist. For this, we can use the command openstack flavor show to show our flavor, B27. As you can see from this output, this shows that our flavor exists, that it has 7 gigs of RAM, 2 virtual cores, and 50 gigabytes of disk. We can also validate that the image is there, openstack image show Ubuntu 20.04. And again, we've confirmed that our image exists. Lastly, we can also check if the network is there. Openstack network show ext net. That's the name of our public network here at OVH Cloud. As we can see, everything is here. If you'd like to know more about our images and flavors that are available, the OpenStack client can also help you for this. You can use commands such as openstack flavor list to navigate our flavor catalog, and you can also run commands such as openstack image list to see all our public images that we provide. Now we have everything we need to craft the command to create our first server. Let's go ahead and look at what this command would look like. The command is called openstack server create, and we need to give it all the arguments that we've prepared. The image will be Ubuntu's 20.04. The flavor will be B27. The network will be extnet. The key name is the key that we've created earlier, demo key. And the last argument we usually need is the name of the virtual machine. In this case, let's just call this my first VM. We can also add a tac wait argument so that OpenStack client wait till the command is completely done and the server is ready to use before giving us back the prompt. Let's add this argument. Now the command line will hang there for a minute or two, the time the virtual machine is being created. As we can see from the output, our virtual machine has now been created and we have a public IP we can use to connect to it. Let's test if all this is working. So we're going to use SSH. We're going to use the public key pair we've been using, so tag I /demo key to give it a private key. On an Ubuntu image, the user to connect is Ubuntu. And finally, we give in the IP that we get from the output above. Hit enter, and you should log into your virtual machine.